Hey there, Twisters. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm talking about 5 reasons why I think the Dallas Stars can win the 2020 Stanley Cup. Now, I'll be doing this for every team that will be in playoff contention through the month of March, so be sure to stay tuned. The best way to do that is to click the red subscribe button down below as well as the notifications bell. Alright, so to get started here, the Dallas Stars, they are 24th in goals for, so they're not exactly the most skilled when it comes to putting the puck in the back of the net. But to make up for that, they are 2nd in goals against with a very stout defense and goaltending. They're also 9th in power play, so that's pretty good. Middle of the road penalty kill, 5th in face-offs. So I just wanted to establish those sort of baseline numbers there before I dive into my 5 reasons. So here we go, my friends. So first of all, number one, Dallas Stars could win the Stanley Cup because they don't mind chasing the game. They're not out of it. If they get down early, if they get down later in the game, they're actually one of the teams that can battle back and overcome that adversity. So, check this out. Overall, their win percentage when they're trailing is 5th best in the NHL. They are the 2nd best team when they're trailing after the first period, and they're tied for 2nd when they're trailing in the 2nd period, or after the 2nd period, excuse me. So, these guys don't count them out. You know, Dallas, they don't score a lot of goals, but they respond well when they get down. So as long as they keep the game tight, they should be in it. And you saw that against the Blues in their last game. They were able to tie things up in regulation there on a John Klingberg goal with the empty net. So yeah, you have to keep finding a way to attack Dallas. You have to keep coming at them even when you have a lead, because unless you do that, if you let up, these guys will find a way to slip past you. Reason number 2, excellent goaltending. So this team was fantastic between the pipes last year, and with Bishop and Hudobin returning this year and overall collectively doing well, I mean, that's a great foundation for the playoffs ahead. Now, Bishop, he's not been quite as sharp this year. He's not putting up Vezina caliber numbers, and over his last 9 starts, he's been struggling, at least in his terms. He's not doing so well. Now, Hudobin, on the other end, has been scorching, especially as of late. This guy, he's almost seemingly come out of nowhere to be probably the best backup in the NHL right now. And it will be interesting because with the way that the numbers are trending right now, I wouldn't be surprised if the Stars at least give Hudobin a slight majority of the starts the rest of this season as a way to kind of audition him to see if he should be the one backstopping them in the postseason. It could always be one of those situations like with the Capitals 2 years ago when Holtby was backing up Grubauer to start, and then a couple games in they flipped them around, and you know what happened after that. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. Nonetheless, these guys are doing excellent overall, and so this team can always feel confident when they take the ice, knowing that one of those guys is behind or in front of the pipes, I guess. All right, number 3. What goes well with excellent goaltending? Excellent defense. So Dallas has a very physical, punishing team. They have forwards who can block shots, guys like Joe Pavelski, Jamie Benn, Radek Faksa, and Alex Radulov. All those guys have at least 40 block shots right now. For forwards to have like over 60 block shots on the year, that's usually a pretty good year for that. So they're in good shape. Dallas is also very physical, and then they'll come and hit you with Jamie Alexiak, Roman Polak, and Jamie Benn. So if you're playing a team that's trying to force their way into the middle there, especially if they're undersized, Dallas can definitely nullify those chances there. So that's probably what they're going to do for their defensive strategy. Reason number 4. So I think this might be slightly different from last year in that the youth have a chance to kind of fill some of those scoring voids. Dallas is overall a pretty veteran team when it comes to their star talent, or like their first couple of lines right there. But they also have some young, talented players. We saw that last year, especially in the playoffs with Rope Hintz, and he's having a pretty good year by his standards, or at least to continue the momentum that he was building last season. I think that also Denis Gurianov has a chance to turn some heads in the postseason. He's having a great season, not even logging 13 minutes of ice time, but by the season's end, he could be close to around 40 points right there. So that means a whole lot for a Dallas team that's lacking, firepower. Their leading scorer is Jamie Benn right now, and after that, it's kind of slim pickings. Seguin hasn't been exactly the star player that he's been being paid as. So it's important that those guys continue their successes, and also from the back end, Miro Heiskanen. Now, Heiskanen, over his last 12 games, has 8 points and a plus 10 rating, so he's filling the void a little bit while John Klingberg kind of rounds into form as well. So they need guys who can provide some scoring from the back end there. Heiskanen doesn't have the same shot that Klingberg does, but nonetheless, he gives a little bit of a different dynamic to the offense there. So he's somebody who is really skilled when it comes to bringing the puck up ice, especially in transition there. He's somebody who can go end to end. He's very exciting to watch, obviously. And so I think that just something that's a little bit more on the rush, a little bit more dynamic for Dallas will be favorable as a complement to their more physical style of play right there. So that's number 4. And number 5, we've got the Big Pavelski. Joe Pavelski, he has a great track record in the postseason. He's been a part of many deep runs as part of the San Jose Sharks, and he's definitely a lead by example kind of player in the postseason. And so I'm hoping that he can continue that with the Dallas Stars. Now let's take a quick look at Pavelski's postseason numbers. He's played 134 career games in the playoffs. He has 48 goals and 52 assists for 100 points, a -3, but then again, considering he's going up against a lot of top-end talent. He has 145 block shots, that's a ton as a forward. He has 214 hits, 87 takeaways, 20 and a half minutes average time on ice, and just about 52% in the faceoff circle. So great numbers from Pavelski. I know that he's getting older, but of course he's just risen to the occasion in the past, and you can't discount that at all. He's scored so many big goals. If you watch my series on the best postseason series in Sharks history, I mentioned Pavelski a lot because his goal scoring was just fantastic. So there you go, 5 reasons why I think the Dallas Stars have a chance at winning the Stanley Cup this year. I'm doing this for every team. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What about Dallas stands out to you most? It will especially be interesting to see if they decide to go in a different direction with their goaltending once the playoffs roll around. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and will continue to tune into the rest of the series. If you enjoyed it, give it a big thumbs up, share it with any Stars fans out there, and subscribe if you haven't already. This has been Nick with Twisted Wrister Hockey. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys again soon.